You can't tell, but we're all made pit.
Hey guys, welcome to the first ever edition of the Weekly Loot. I'm your host Matt, and with me is my co-host Anthony.
Hey.
And just to tell you guys a little bit about what this show is about, it's mainly a show where we're going to discuss all the big news and happenings from anything geek entertainment. All the big geek movies, games, anything you can think of, we're going to discuss them, debate them, and pretty much just tell you our opinions. The reason we wanted to do the show like this is mainly because we were so tired of getting on YouTube, seeing these guys, give their reviews and just trashing movies and games and stuff that we actually enjoyed, and not being able to really say anything but leave maybe a mean comment in the comment section and them just kind of not even pay attention. So we thought, what if we made a debate show where two guys can get around, maybe invite some friends over, and just really give their opinions and discuss these things like everybody else does. I'm sure that anybody listening to this at one point in time has had an argument with a friend over a movie or a game or a comic book or something like that, and you want to win those. So we're hoping that with giving you different voices, that maybe one of us will let your voice be heard and you can agree with at least one of us. Maybe you don't agree with any of us. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. So let's go ahead and get started.
They're probably going to disagree with everything I say. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there.
Anthony is a little bit harder to please than I am.
I am. I'm unpleasable.
Well, one of the first big things that we want to talk about, which is something that I think everybody is talking about, it's something that could potentially change video games as we know it, and that is the onset of virtual reality. Now, me personally, it's such a surprise. I couldn't believe that virtual reality was actually happening. 6-7 months ago, I saw this and I thought, is it really happening? Because after so many years of just saying it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and for it to actually be here, it's huge. I mean, it's a huge thing. So we're going to talk about the different virtual reality headsets that are on the market. Kind of discuss what we see as consumers and what we think from an outside looking in, and maybe help you guys make a decision if you want to purchase one, and if you do, which one you want to purchase.
And if you've already purchased one, let us know what your experience is so far.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I mean, of course, the PlayStation isn't out yet.
Yes. Well, let's not start with play. Let's start with the one that came out first.
All right.
It's the big heavy hitter. It's the Oculus Rift. I mean, it's obviously everybody's saying it's the most powerful. It's the top of the line. It's the best one. It came out March 28th. It's had problems, obviously. I don't know if anybody's read, but we'll cover that here in a second. So first off, Anthony, when you look at the Oculus Rift,
right?
Okay, I'm sure you've read reviews. I'm sure you've been on top of things.
Yeah, of course.
As a potential buyer, when you look at the Oculus Rift and what's going on with it, I mean, what is your first reaction? I mean, what are you thinking about this?
Okay. Well, the first time I seen it was probably last year sometime. I was watching some YouTubers play around with it, and it looked really cool, to be honest, but it didn't excite me that much. Just looking at it, I mean, it looked cool. It's probably a great idea, and I'm sure a lot of people are really into it, but just me as an individual, I don't want stuff in my face when I'm playing a game. I don't know how anybody else would feel about that, but that's just me.
So the question is, so obviously you're not a big fan of virtual reality in general.
Not yet.
What you're saying.
Right.
Okay. So the question is, though, let's say you're given a choice.
Okay.
Now, do you buy the Oculus Rift? I mean, what would stop you from potentially buying the Oculus Rift? Say if you're one of our listeners, you're sitting there, you're thinking, maybe I should buy the Oculus Rift. What would you tell them? What would you tell them the reason not to buy that?
Okay, the reason I wouldn't buy it right now is because of all the delays and because what happened? They had a lot of delays, didn't they? It's supposed to go out in July, or no, it's supposed to go out before then, March 28th.
March 28th was the launch day. They pretty much, after all the different stories you go through on the internet, the basic thing was they weren't ready, which is kind of surprising because if you're sitting there and you have all these pre-orders come in, how do you not make enough to fill those orders? Right. Basically, they just did not have enough headsets to fill those orders. So there's a lot of people that pre-ordered this months in advance, and just March 20th come out.
They just
There's
didn't have
nothing.
enough
Yeah, there's
supplies
nothing
for
on your doorstep. Yeah, there's nothing
Okay.
there.
That would suck. I'd be disappointed. I'd want my money back if that was the case. That's me. I would want my money back.
I know a lot of consumers did ask for their money back, but they did. Brandon Erab, I hope I'm saying that right, the CEO of the company, he came out and apologized on Twitter, gave everybody free shipping that had the problems. Even international customers got the free shipping. So I don't know if that, would that really make a difference to you if they were to give you free shipping? Say you pre-ordered this before?
No.
Would that, no, you'd
No,
still
I would still not be interested.
firm want
in
your
it
money
at all.
back.
Yeah, I would want my money
Now,
back.
like I said before,
Well, see, I wouldn't even be in that situation to begin with because I wouldn't want it when it's having so many delays right now. I would wait and see what's going on.
well, like I said, a lot of
with
people didn't know it was going to have the delays.
That's
Obviously,
true.
and like I said, this is from what I've heard and what I've seen and the specs and everything. This is the one. This is the top of the line. This is the big guy. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Now, let's talk about the price point a little bit here.
Okay.
Okay. Now, does the price point scare you away?
Okay, the price on it is $5.99, right?
That's correct.
That's too much.
So that
It's
right
too
there,
high.
at that point, it's too much. $5.99.
$5.99 is too much
Now that's not now.
for me.
Let's get this straight to our listeners. The $5.99 isn't just, that's not just saying, hey, $5.99 you can go and play. You have to have a system
Yeah, you
to
gotta have
run this.
a computer and all the specs and components and whatnot for it, and that's what, like $1,000.
Yeah, I think they said it would
cost.
cost at least $1,000. Like if you had to start and get all the components for it, it's $1,000. So you're looking at basically $1,600. If you had nothing
I wouldn't.
right now to build from scratch, you'd have to have $1,600 to enjoy the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, I wouldn't be interested in that one.
So that was a pass on that one. Definitely.
That was definitely a pass.
It's like
Yeah.
if you're going to buy virtual reality, Oculus Rift's a pass for you.
Mhm.
Just they've made you mad with the delays. The price is too high. You don't want nothing to do with it.
Basically, yes.
Okay. Well, personally,
What's your opinion?
if I had the system to run it,
Mhm.
and I was looking at these three things, and I had the system, everything I needed to run it. I had the PC powerful enough to run this thing.
Right.
I would be tempted to buy it. I really would because it is the main one. It's the big one, and it was kind of the first one. It was a Kickstarter thing. Everybody saw it on Kickstarter and thought, I don't know about that either. But it turned out to be huge. It is a big thing. It's a big deal. Like it's just a big deal. So I would be tempted to, but I'm kind of with you on this. The delays and stuff would that would really, really tick me off. I think if I had pre-ordered it and they said, hey, you're not getting it for another couple months. So I think it's not even going to be in stock till July. If you were to buy it right now, you would not receive it till July.
That's like 2 months
That's
away.
2 months
right
away.
now,
Yeah, that's if you got it in July. It could be August. It could be September. So I think when that happened, I'd probably be like, I want my money back. I want a refund. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
I just go back to Virtual Boy.
Just go back to
That's
the
where
old
it's at.
one.
Is Virtual Boy. Nah, that's a lie.
I'd say some people don't know what Virtual Boy is.
Yeah, you might want to go back and.
Yeah, Google that. Google Virtual Boy.
Well, the best thing to do.
That was the original. That was where it all got
That
started.
was red and gray or something like that. But go back and watch Angry Video Game Nerd. He did a great review of the Virtual Boy.
I have not heard that name, Angry Video Game Nerd, in a long time.
Well, I'm old.
He kind of went away there for a little bit.
He did.
But
He makes a video.
let's move on here. Let's get on through this.
Okay.
The next one is Steam, Valve. They have the HTC Vive.
Okay.
That's the next big thing.
That one's.
Now it is comparable in performance and power wise as the Oculus Rift. I think some people give the Oculus Rift a little bit of edge, but it's a decent headset. It's a decent virtual reality headset. Now, once again though, you run into problems. Again,
There's always problems.
my first reaction to this was when I read about the cancellation problems.
Okay.
A lot of people had pre-ordered this system, and then basically through a credit card payment error on their side,
Yeah.
it ended up canceling your pre-order. So you're pretty much sitting there, and you check your email. You're like, oh, this is my virtual reality headset. Click your email. Oh, sorry, you've been canceled. It sucks for you.
That would suck.
And it was such a problem. That to me it's almost worse than the delay. I can almost handle the delay better because the delay, at least I'll get one. This is like, now I've got to start all over again. I've got to pre-order it again.
Yeah. That's even worse.
So to me, the Vive really, really hurt itself. In my personal opinion, the Vive really put itself on the bottom by that, because it's a horrible thing to do to people.
It really is. Did they ever come out and say what the cancellation problem, like what caused it? Or
It was just a credit card payment thing. Like they went to process the payment and it didn't process. So through a non-payment, it canceled it. You know, to them, to their system, it looked like, oh, this guy can't afford it. We're going to cancel it. But they could. It's just it was on their. It was their problem. They couldn't process the payment correctly.
Come on, Steam, get it together.
So to me, that put them on the bottom. In my eyes, if I'm a consumer looking at that, to me, that's like vibes on the outs. I mean, I'm not even going to think about it any longer.
I wouldn't think about it because of the price. And you care if I get into that one? Because that one's $200 more than what the Oculus Rift is going to be.
You've got a point there.
And then you would still have to have the computer to run it.
Yeah, so you're looking at pretty much $1,800 to $2,000 from ground up. If you were to start right now, nothing.
Well, that's another reason why I wouldn't have either one of these two, because
just the price point's really hard on you.
The price point, and then I would have to get a computer that would be able to run them, because I don't have a computer like that.
Well, obviously, if you're looking out like that, the price point is a big deal.
Right.
I mean, it's a huge deal. There's not a lot of people that can spend $1,600 to $2,000, you know, on virtual reality. That's not even really been proven. Let's face it. I mean, virtual reality is still new. I know some people got the Oculus Rift, they like it, they enjoy it, but that doesn't mean everybody's gonna enjoy it.
True.
So it would. I mean, how would you feel if you spent $2,000, got your headset, put it on, didn't like it? Just worst experience for you. Like, this is like crappy theme park stuff. I don't want any more of this.
Well, here's another thing. What if it makes me sick?
You brought up a good point. For people that don't know, there is such a thing as virtual reality sickness or VR sickness. That it's kind of like motion sickness with virtual reality. So there is a chance that you might put the headsets on, and just the sheer movement will make you sick, make you lightheaded, make you nauseous. Could end up vomiting, seizures. I've read all kinds of different things that could happen.
Yeah.
So that is something. I mean, that's something. You know, who knows? Who knows? You know, that's a chance you got to take. It's another chance you have to take with this new technology.
Well, I think we talked about this once before, but I don't know if it was something that was definite. But is like GameStop going to have like little come in and play, and you put the little Oculus Rift or whatever on?
Okay. That leads me to the next and final virtual reality headset. That's the PlayStation virtual reality.
I'm glad I could help.
From what I've heard, PlayStation is doing a campaign where they're going to put booths in stores.
Okay.
Let you try out their headset to see if you like it. So now I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you start on this one. Now,
okay.
You say you're not interested in virtual reality. Now, if PlayStation does that, and you go to GameStop,
right,
and you can test it out, so you go, well, I'm gonna put this on. Okay, so you put it on. Say they've got the Battlefront thing up and running there. All of a sudden you're in Battlefront.
Yeah. You're
a stormtrooper. You're shooting. Does that change your mind? I mean, does that sway you to buy this? I mean, is the PlayStation VR the one for you?
Wow, that's a good question. I'm not really sure on that one because I do love Star Wars Battlefront. That's probably my favorite game right now.
Let me just interject. For people that don't know, Battlefront is happening on PlayStation Virtual Reality. It's exclusive. PlayStation Virtual Reality only. If you're a Star Wars fan and you're a Virtual Reality fan, that's probably going to sell you on it right there because you can jump in. You can be your favorite Star Wars character. You can take down, ATSTs. Boom.
Oh, how would you fly the planes?
Hey man, this is new technology. I don't know. I didn't make the headsets. I don't know. That's for them to figure out.
Oh, I was under the impression you made them all.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, if PlayStation did it, what was their price? Because I don't know.
Their price is they have two things for PlayStation Virtual Reality. They've got a $399, which is just basically the headset and the setup. And then you have a bundle, which is $499. Which is basically everything you need to play. You've got your headset, your motion controllers, your PlayStation camera, everything you need all in one box. So basically, you pay $100 more, you get everything you need. If you don't, you'll have to get the controllers, you'll have to get the camera.
Right. Well, that's still cheaper. That's $100 cheaper than what the Oculus Rift would be.
It is a lot cheaper.
And I have a PlayStation, so
it is a lot cheaper.
I don't know. If I liked it, I would consider it.
Still not a firm.
Not a firm.
If your hands on, you enjoy it. You're still not hooked. You're still not.
Not yet, at least. I would have to try it out.
Okay.
What's your take?
Let me take over on this from PlayStation Virtual Reality. I did pre-order PlayStation Virtual. I do have the bundle pre-ordered. The first day I saw it on the GameStop app, I was at work. I always check my GameStop app, just kind of see what's new, what's happening.
Okay.
PlayStation Virtual Reality pops up. I think, oh God, this is gonna happen. I mean, I almost considered leaving work early. I was almost to say, hey man, I need to run out right fast. I'll be back, and driving down there and pre-ordering. And I didn't. I waited till after work, and I got down there, and I remember going up to the register, and I said, hey, I want to pre-order the PlayStation Virtual Reality bundle.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady looked at me like I was insane. Like she had no idea what I was talking about. She was like, what are you talking about? And she looked up in the system, sure enough it was there, and I was the first one to pre-order that day at my local GameStop, which I do love. Our local GameStop is probably the best GameStop I've ever shopped at.
That's probably the only GameStop I've ever shopped
Really?
at. Yeah.
I've shopped around a couple ones. It's nice. I love everybody there. You know.
Yeah, they're nice.
Especially shout out to the manager there, Jason. He's a good dude.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah. If he's hearing this, thanks for being there, man. You have a great store. You make us feel, awesome when we come in. We love that. It's one reason I buy from you instead of Amazon. To be honest with you, I could easily get it off Amazon, but I like seeing you in there, Jason. I like seeing your employees. You got a good setup going on over there. But let's get away from that for a minute.
Yeah.
We'll give a shout out.
All the mushy stuff.
Now, like I said, I've already pre-ordered PlayStation Virtual Reality. They've got me. They've hooked me.
Okay.
I'm sold. It's happening. Done deal. October 30th, which, by the way, is the day it's coming out. October 30th. My birthday is October 30th. Oh, wait, no, it comes out October 31st. I'm sorry.
Oh.
It comes out the day after my birthday, so that kind of was that helped sell me a little bit, too, to think that, it's a good birthday present. I think I'm make my wife buy that for me.
Yeah, I would. I'd be like, hey, guess whose birthday it is?
Go over there and finish paying off my virtual reality, honey. Hopefully she's not listening to this and getting mad. But anyways. So I've sold on PlayStation Virtual Reality. One of the things that they're talking about doing, this is something I got to throw out there. I know some people might have heard of it. They got the PlayStation 4.5 or the PlayStation Neo, whatever it's going by these days. And it's pretty much an updated version of the PlayStation to help run the virtual reality. It's got 4K video output, a better CPU, better GPU. So that's something that I don't think they've officially announced it at this point in time, but it's the way it sounds, the buzz and stuff on the internet is it's going to happen. They're going to have to release something a little bit stronger to really push the bigger virtual reality games.
Okay.
So, that might be something else I might be having to purchase, just because I'm a sucker for stuff like that.
Okay, can I ask you a question real quick, though?
Sure.
And I'm sure you don't have an answer for it because
I have an answer for everything.
You have an answer for everything? Okay. Now, when you put a brand new game in your PlayStation 4, you have to sit and wait for an update for 3 hours.
Okay, I got you.
At least on mine, you have to wait 3 hours.
I know where you're going with. You're talking about you're talking about the downloaded, updated files.
Right.
You might have to wait like a couple hours before you actually play the game.
Yeah.
That's a different topic. I don't really want to get that down. We'll do that at a different time.
My question is, if
that's just you ranting about bad stuff you don't enjoy.
Oh yeah, I'll do that a lot.
But if you want me to answer, the quick thing is, I don't mind them too much. I like the extra stuff. I'd rather play a game that's right, that they've patched and fixed, instead of saying, getting in there and then you're freezing up like when you're shooting a zombie and you're like, why don't the zombie die? No, I should download that updated file. So I see where you're coming from, but
okay, I'll complain about that later on.
Yeah, that's something
a different
we'll do
episode,
maybe.
Yeah.
Let's do the final thing. Okay, virtual reality. Yes, no. After all these things we've went over, after all the things you've seen, it's coming. It's happening. No matter what you say, it's happening.
Okay.
Are you in? Or are you out?
Can I have a firm maybe on this one? I'll have a firm no on Oculus Rift and a firm no on Vive.
Okay, so those are definitely out. But the PlayStation's still
PlayStation's still open, yeah.
So you gotta test it.
I gotta test it out first.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know if I'll get it, but I'll think about it pretty hard.
Let me say this. Virtual reality to me is such a big thing. It's something that could possibly change not only gaming but a lot of different things. So to me, it's almost impossible to say no to, because it is such a new thing and it's such a big thing that how could you not be interested in this kind of medium? I mean, it'll change everything. It'll change gaming. You'll never game like you did. Like our children will grow up. They'll not even know what a controller is. They'll say, "What's a controller?" They won't know. They'll be playing virtual reality.
That's a baby's toy.
that's what kids play with. But seriously, to me, it's just such a big thing. It's such a thing that I can't believe that's actually, growing up watching science fiction movies and seeing like the virtual reality kind of in those movies, different things.
Right.
To me, it's like science fiction coming to life. It's just, there's no way to pass up it. I think it's a firm yes. Get your hands on a virtual reality headset some way, somehow. If you've got a PlayStation set at home, wait for the PlayStation VR because it's cheaper. it's a new technology, so you want to go cheap and you want to go, you don't want to buy the big thing if it's an unproven technology because it could end up being crap.
Yeah.
So to me, to me, I disagree with you. I think it's a firm yes. Any way you can get your hands on all the delays and the cancellations put aside. If you can get one of these things, get your hands on it.
Okay.
Because it's such a new and interesting technology. It's hard not to. It's kind of like when smartphones came out. How could you not buy a smartphone? Why would you want to keep a flip phone?
Okay.
You got a touchscreen.
In my defense, I did wait until they fine-tooth them a little bit better.
I mean, that's a good no, but I mean, it's hard not to be jumping on it right away. Like, I've got to know. To me, I've got to know. I've got to get my hands on these headsets. I've got to try them out. Got to test them out. So,
okay.
Moving on though.
Right.
That's our take on virtual reality. We'd love to hear from you guys. If you got any comments, let us know. If you disagree, agree. Just let us know, guys. Talk to us. But we're going to move on to our next subject today.
Okay.
Now, this is something that me and Anthony's actually highly debated on. We've talked a lot about it. It's another thing that's kind of up in the air. It's a toss up. Well, for me, anyways. It might not be for Anthony, but for all you that read comics out there, that stay with comics, which I'll be honest, I love comic books. I've always loved them since I was a kid. The DC universe is about to reboot once again. I know there's a reboot in 2011, but they're about to reboot again. I know, some of you probably don't follow DC because let's be honest, DC has had really bad sales. They've not been doing quite as good as they should. But, they're going to reboot again. It's just happening. There's nothing to do about it.
But it's not a complete reboot, though, is it?
It's not, but it is. You understand? I mean, it's not, but they're going to.
Okay.
They're pretty much a reboot to me. Whenever somebody says we're going to reboot a series, just their way of saying we're going to do some stuff that doesn't make sense, and the way we're going to make sense is just going to say we're rebooting the universe. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's their way of getting away with stuff that they shouldn't be able to get away with.
Okay.
So, brief little information about this. DC's coming out. New price point, $2.99. A little bit cheaper than comics are these days. So that's pretty good. There is a catch. They are releasing 2 issues a month. So you have 2 issues a month. Now, the big thing that I want to announce, and we'll talk about this as soon as I announce it. They're coming out first off with an 80-page Rebirth #1. Now, for those of you that haven't read about this, don't know about this, the big deal with that is they're actually going to reveal who the Joker is. You're going to know his name. You're going to probably know his past. You're probably going to know everything. It's pretty much an origin story for the Joker.
Right.
Which is a huge deal. I mean, the Joker is most likely really the greatest villain, comic villain of all time. I mean, there's some that get close to him, but the Joker's just such a hugely popular villain.
He's definitely probably my favorite villain in DC universe.
It's hard not to. Well, in any universe, it's hard for him to really. I mean, he's just such a big villain. So to finally, after all these years and all this time, to actually put a name with a face and put a story with the way he acts and who he is and how he became who he is a huge deal. It's a huge deal in comics. So I'm gonna turn to you, Anthony, on this. First off,
I'm excited.
I've known you forever, so I know. I know what your take is on DC.
Right.
But seeing just basing this off of it.
Okay.
Now, how do you feel about the DC reboot? How do you feel about the Joker?
Oh my God.
How do you feel about this stuff? I mean,
okay. I'm not happy, but I'm not really not happy because I don't really care about DC Universe. And it's hard to really explain, but I picked up a few comics back in the day, and every time I've read a DC comic, it's just so uninteresting. And that even goes into the movies. The movies are just boring to me. Mm-hmm. So everything DC is just.
It's kind of like your father's comic. I know what you're getting at. It's kind of like your DC. It's got the pace and the slow storytelling that you're just kind of you're not interested in it. Especially when you flip over to Marvel and they're just
it's
people
so much
just
excitement.
bashing each other's heads in.
Yeah.
And,
you got the whole
tossing chimichangas out the window. But I get what you're saying. But
anyways, the Joker, it'd be interesting to see and read his backstory and whatnot, but it just ruins him. It ruins his character to know his backstory. Mm-hmm. I think, at least. Like, I wouldn't want to know. It's more cool to not have a backstory if you're the Joker. Mm-hmm. In my eyes, that's the way I see it. But they're making quite a few different issues. They're rebooting pretty much everything. I think Batman, Superman, Joker, or not Joker, but sort of the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I'm not. I'll probably read the first one, the Rebirth. Is that what it's called?
Rebirth number 1. From
80 pages, I believe. Now I'll suffer through the 80 pages, I guess, just to see what's going on. But I'll take that back. I do like the Green Lantern. Green Lantern's cool.
I do enjoy the Green Lantern. The Green Lantern is probably my favorite DC character. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me start my.
Okay, you can argue with me about how good DC is.
I'm not going to argue with how good DC is, but I will argue with the fact that it's not. I will argue with the fact that if you not giving them a chance, because let's be honest, man, these characters that DC has, the comics might be interesting, but how can you pass up on the Batman, the Flash, Superman, Green Lantern, Green Arrow? How can you pass up on? I mean, I don't see how you can't give those guys a chance. They're such big icons that it's almost like, to me personally, it could be a thing where you see a good Rebirth. I mean, how do we know they don't get it right this time?
They might. I mean, you never know. I'll read the first one. I'll give it a chance. But characters like Superman, he's just so overpowered. Like, he shouldn't be a superhero. He should be a super villain in my eyes.
That's a touchy subject for me because I love Superman. I don't know why. I just adore Superman. I like his story. I like who he is as a person. I like what he stands for. I really enjoy Superman. I really, really do. He's up there. He's one of my favorite characters. I do enjoy Superman. I like the villains he goes up against. I like the things that he's gone through. I even go so far as I actually enjoyed Smallville.
Oh man.
I know that
Oh,
I know it's bad to say, but I did. I watched. I've probably seen every episode of Smallville.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Except for the last seasons, it kind of got kind of weird. The last there a little bit at the end, but
okay,
it's just hard. It's hard to say no to such big name characters. You know what I mean?
right.
It's very hard to say.
I mean, they're iconic characters. Every single one of them.
I mean, if you see
really
a Batman comic laying there, it's hard not to be interested.
unless you're me.
unless you're you, obviously.
Okay. I will be down for every single comic book that they're rebooting. If when I pick the 80-page comic book up and I start flipping through it, and then out of nowhere Superman is just he's gone nuts and he's the new villain, like he's the new main bad guy, I would definitely be into that one if they did that. But I don't see that happening since that's their moneymaker, him and Batman, somehow. I don't know why, but whatever.
Well, let's go ahead and say, I mean, obviously the reboot, what they're wanting to do is they're wanting to tie their comics in with their TV and their movie franchises.
Okay.
They're wanting it all to be tied in together.
Right.
So you when you get the comics, you'll see a lot of reflection of the movies and the shows like The Flash and The Green Arrow. You'll see a lot of that in the comics. That's what they're pretty much wanting to do. They're wanting to bring in the audiences that the people that go watch Batman vs Superman, they want them to go buy a comic afterwards. Which does happen. When a new movie comes out, the comic sales do go up.
They did.
People do buy them, but they've been dropping off after that. So this is their way of saying, hey, if you like Batman vs Superman, here's what happens afterwards. Buy the comic and see. So I think that's what you're gonna see with the Rebirth. That's what you're gonna see. It's a good idea. I mean, it's a good idea because there is unanswered questions in these films, and there's stuff that you want to know in between each film. I mean, obviously.
Right.
But let me go ahead and list them out fast here.
All right. Let me know.
Now, what you've got in June for the Rebirth specials, you have Aquaman Rebirth, number 1, Batman Rebirth, number 1, The Flash Rebirth, number 1, Green Arrow Rebirth, number 1, Green Lanterns Rebirth, number 1, Superman Rebirth, number 1, Titans Rebirth, number 1, Wonder Woman Rebirth, number 1. And then the second issue, the twice monthly, is Aquaman number 1, Batman number 1, Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Okay.
So there's a Rebirth number 1, then there's just regular Batman number 1. That's what you're going to get. Now, the Wonder Woman thing, I'm gonna be honest with you, I like Wonder Woman, especially after watching Batman or Superman. I liked her in the movie, so I wouldn't be ashamed to walk around with a Wonder Woman comic. Let me just say, when I was young and reading comic books, if I was to walk onto a school bus with a stack of Wonder Woman comics, I would be beaten down. You know what I mean? Now it's like you get on the bus at school with a stack of Wonder Woman comics. Everybody wants to be your best friend. Right. They want you to let them read them. So it's funny how things have changed, but that's just something that popped in my head right there.
Right.
To think about. But
for a reboot, I just feel like it takes away from the stories that were there, in my eyes. At least.
Of course, it always does. It always does. I mean,
it's not fair to the ones that were before them.
I kind of hate. That's one thing I kind of don't like in comics because you have so many different. Even Marvel does it. You know, you've got what you got like Uncanny X-Men, then you've got X-Men. This goes on and on. You know,
there's millions of X-Men.
I mean, there's just they go and go and go. You know, so. That to me, I don't like that. I don't like the different branching stories. I guess it makes it there's something for everybody. I'm an Uncanny X-Men guy through and through.
Me too.
You know, Uncanny X-Men #1 through 544. That's where it's at. Pick them up, read them. Yes, if you want to start collecting comics, in my opinion, start with Uncanny X-Men #1 through 544. That's where you should start.
What about 90s? Like if you hit the 90s Uncanny X-Men, you should go into just a regular X-Men title. It's just title X-Men, but it's. They go back and forth from each other.
Like they bounce off each other. Yeah,
it's good. It's good stuff.
It is good. 90s was a pretty good time. A lot of people.
God, yes.
I think it was good for comics.
It was.
We did read those comics in the 90s.
We did.
So final thing, DC reboot. What are you thinking? Ian, you think what do you think? Buy? No buy?
If you're a big Batman fan, Superman fan, I say go out and buy it. I don't know if it's going to be another origin story, if they're just going to completely reboot it, or if something's going on.
I mean, obviously we're going to read it. We're going to read it.
Yeah, I'm going to read at least Rebirth #1.
Yeah. God. Yeah. If anything else, if nothing else, guys, go out and get the Rebirth #1 because how can you pass up on knowing who the Joker is? I mean, even if you're listening, you don't care about comics, never read a comic, get that issue because I'm telling you, we need to know who this Joker is. That is a big thing in comics. That really is. It's a big deal in comics.
It is.
Because that's something that doesn't happen. That's something that a lot of people didn't think would ever happen.
Well, that was like a big thing with Wolverine. No one knew his real name. Like Logan wasn't his real name. And then they came out with was it Origins or Origin or something like that, and it was his name turned out to be James Howlett.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's all right, I guess. I know some Jameses.
That's okay. It'll be okay. I know a lot of Jameses.
Yeah.
But like I said, Rebirth #1 definitely, in my opinion, definitely buy.
Okay.
The other ones, if you're a fan, pick up. Even if you're not a fan, I'll probably pick up the issues and skim because you never know. There might be a hidden gem in there.
Might be.
You know, you might say, "Wow, this Titans Rebirth #1 is really good." You know, I don't even like the Titans. I'm gonna read this though. So you never know.
I like Teen Titans.
I mean, basically the same.
Cartoon.
It's basically
I like the cartoon.
Basically
Not the crappy new one, but the old one.
It's basically that just grown up. That's what happens after the cartoon. Maybe they'll link it in with their cartoon.
That'd be all right. Okay. That's maybe with me. Anyways, we'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I think we spilled on DC enough.
Okay, let's get into movies. Because I'm excited about this movie coming up.
It is a big deal.
It is a big deal. After I watched Days of Future Past, and they showed the end credits with Apocalypse putting the pyramids together with his 4 horsemen in the background.
Yep.
I was a little pissed off, and people in the theater was like, "Well, who's that?" And I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, you stupid."
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people watch comic movies; they don't really know.
I know
comics.
I can understand that, but
you're right. X-Men Apocalypse comes out May 27th. It's right around the corner.
Can't wait.
It's going to happen. We're going to be there
Thursday.
Yeah, we'll be there. First showing that we can get into. We're gonna be there. It don't matter if it's the crappiest little theater.
We've done it before.
We've watched new movies in the crappy theater before. So.
Oh, they don't know about our crappy theater over here. We won't tell you where, but
yeah,
we got.
Let's just say our theater has 4 theaters. First 2 decent, third and fourth theaters, you don't want to be in there.
No.
You know, because it just smells like death and rape.
And, oh God.
Yeah, that's what does.
That's probably what happened.
And then somebody sprinkled popcorn on top of it.
Not very good popcorn, like stale popcorn. It's been there for.
But days. It got better. We went and watched. Captain America: Civil War opening night, and they kind of douched us out and switched our theater. So we had to sit in the worst theater in there, but it wasn't as bad as I remember. I don't know if they've done some upgrades to it, but it wasn't as bad as I remember.
I think the seats were better.
Yeah, the seats had to be changed. But that's something else. Let's talk about this movie.
Okay, yeah, we were getting into weird stuff now. Okay, Bryan Singer's back.
Bryan Singer, man, that's your man, right?
Sometimes. I'm unpleased with
Except when we went to Superman Returns, you didn't.
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess I can't really say he's done a bad X-Men movie because to me he hasn't. X-Men 1 was great.
That's the ones. Yeah, X-Men 1 and 2 are the ones you want to watch.
But then X-Men 3 came along.
Yeah, Ray Ratner got a hold of it.
It was bad.
He just peed all over it. He was just like, I am just going to pee all over this thing.
It was one of those pees where you thought you were finished, but then you pushed out over.
I am about to make Wolverine the greatest thing.
the
since
Wolverine.
Flapjacks. You know, it's just
Wolverine Origins.
it might
came
have,
out.
yeah, it might as well have been Wolverine Origins.
Oh,
The Wolverine Origins that came out should have been Wolverine Origins Part 2.
it really should have been.
Because I mean,
the prequel
yeah,
to X-Men 3.
This is the prequel to X-Men 3, by the way.
Okay, but let's talk about this movie. Let's not talk about the crappy ones before.
Yeah, what are you excited for about this movie? What's got you?
Oh my god,
What's got you in there? Characters,
It's gonna be-
plot. What's got you going?
everything really,
Mm-hmm.
because I was always a big fan of Apocalypse, the villain. It's Four Horsemen. That's the coolest idea ever. Of course, it's from the Bible, but that's cool because
I'm glad you think the Bible's cool.
the Bible is cool. I'm not gonna say it's not. But no, the Apocalypse. I'm excited just to see Apocalypse.
You
on the big
can't
screen.
even form thoughts.
I can't
right
even
now.
form
You're
thoughts
so,
anymore.
You're so tore up by just
I'm
talking
gonna
about
go
it. You,
sit in the theater right now and just wait for the movie to come out.
you can't even think about this.
I really can't. But I'm excited about the characters because the characters they're showing isn't the same old stale ones we've
Yeah.
seen in the last ones. It's
Different
Brandon
horsemen.
Storm.
Different horsemen.
Yeah, it's different from the comics. The only one that's original, or the ones from the actual comic, was Archangel that they're showing in the movie. Like Sonic was never a horseman. Who else? Magneto and Storm, of all the people in the room, Storm. But I'm excited to see Storm because she's got the mohawk. That was a big thing in the 90s for me. Are you excited?
Nightcrawler's in it.
Yeah, I've seen
Nightcrawler's
Nightcrawler
in
before.
This might be a little bit better Nightcrawler than the one.
Yeah, I think.
Did
it's
you
gonna
like the
be.
one in X-Men 2? I don't really know.
No, I didn't.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that.
He didn't do much, really.
Yeah, he didn't really.
He was
He
just
was kind
there.
of whiny.
He was
He was a
pretty
little
whiny
whiny
wasn't
in
he?
X-Men 2, so
I don't remember him being whiny in the comics.
he was a little bit whiny in there. I kind of didn't like that. Personally, I'm excited about it. I know that you said something that you said it had got a couple bad reviews.
Oh God, yeah. I think just about everybody that's reviewed this has said it's not been a horrible movie, but they said toward the end it was just jumbled up. I don't know. They just didn't seem like they cared about it at that point. But I want to watch it.
It's hard for me to trust reviewers because a lot of these people that get a hold of it early are not the kind of people that care a lot about X-Men Apocalypse going into it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's not about that. It's not about. Obviously, it's probably not going to be a movie that's going to change your life. But it's something, if you enjoy it and you think it's fun, who cares what everybody else says?
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? I enjoy movies that a lot of people think, oh, that's crap. I'm like, I don't care. It makes me happy. I like it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. So
I
if
like
you
it.
enjoy a movie, who cares what everybody else says? No matter if it's got the worst reviews in the world. If you liked it, buy it, watch it every day of your life. Who cares?
Okay, I'm gonna throw myself out and under the bus for a second. I like Daredevil.
The
one
movie
with
or the
Ben-
show?
The movie.
Oh,
I've never watched the show, to be honest with you. Anyways, but yeah, I like the movie. Might just cut that out. No one cares that I like the movie. Anyways,
no, it's fine. I mean, if you like Daredevil, I guess.
yeah, no, I was probably just a Ben Affleck fan. Is probably all it was.
You are a huge Ben Affleck fan.
He's awesome. He was
You,
the bomb in
you love Ben
Phantoms.
Affleck. You love Ben Affleck. You love Ryan Reynolds. You can't help yourself.
I can't.
I don't know
guess
this
I
about
got
those two guys.
Yeah,
That you're all about it.
it's not like they're great actors or anything.
You're not gonna mention Olivia Munn or anything like that.
I'm steering away from
That
the obvious.
doesn't care. You don't care about that part. Who I remember you watched Attack of the Show like every day. of
Oh
your
my
life.
god, I love Attack of the Show. I feel like that should be a given. People should just go watch that movie because of her. If they don't know anything about X-Men, just go watch Olivia Munn on TV or on the movies.
Yeah, go back and watch AOT. Go back and watch Attack of the Show
If
with
you can
Olivia
find
Munn.
it, can you find it now? On
Surely it's the internet, but
YouTube?
you can find anything. Sophia Turner's would be another big name. That's in
Oh my God, I forgot
Apocalypse
about
from
her.
Game of Thrones. Sansa Stark.
Yeah.
That's a big name. She plays Jean Grey. You like Jean Grey.
I do love Jean
You're always
Grey.
big Dark Phoenix fan.
Yeah.
They're saying it might lead into the Dark Phoenix saga. I'm not gonna.
Oh, man.
Don't hold me to that. But I've read that the Dark Phoenix saga might be happening after this.
If this movie's good, I'll be definitely excited about the Dark Phoenix.
It'll probably make its money back. I think
It should.
it costs about $234 million. It should make that back pretty easy. So, to me, X-Men Apocalypse. If you like comic movies, if you like just cool action movies in general, that's you. How can you not go watch it?
I mean, the trailer-
Obviously, if you're an X-Men fanboy and you like that kind of thing, you're going to be there opening night. You're going to be there with us.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Going, ape crazy.
Yeah.
Throwing popcorn and stuff. And
I have to go buy me an X-Men shirt to
Hold-
put on.
holding your pee for like 6 hours for some reason.
Oh God, why is it 6 hours? Is it
you
6
know-
hours long?
Yeah, well, you never know about the lines and stuff getting in there.
I think it's just like 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's one of the shorter comic book movies this summer.
I think the runtime's like 144 minutes. if I'm correct. Yeah, 144 minutes running time.
What did I say? 2 hours?
Yeah, so that's a little over two. That's 2 hours and 24 minutes.
That's close.
So yeah, you're right. But
That's pretty close.
we're excited. I'm excited. Anthony's excited. It's hard to argue this because until we see the film, it's hard to really have a love-hate thing. Right now, it's just it's hard not to geek out about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a geek, you love his stuff, you're going to geek out about it. It's X-Men Apocalypse, man.
I know.
The first mutant.
It's awesome. I can't wait. The trailers look awesome.
They can't beat him. They can't beat him. Who's Oscar Isaac? That's another one of you guys out there.
What movie was he in lately?
Oh, you know what he's in. You know what he's in.
Was it Star Wars?
Star Wars, baby.
Yeah.
You know it is.
So I'm excited
man.
just to see him.
He plays Poe in Star Wars. So he's.
I know everybody was.
Have you ever noticed there's like a thing that happens in Hollywood every so often? Like there'll be like one male actor who all of a sudden he stars in like 3 or 4 like huge movies.
He does.
And you never hear from him again.
Is he gonna disappear?
I don't know.
Don't go
who
away.
Who was the one that played that? Was it Sam Worthington? Was that his name? Remember, he was like an Avatar and Clash of the Titans and
Oh yeah.
Terminator.
About that guy.
And you're like, oh man, yeah. So he's just gone. What happened to him?
I don't know.
Where'd he go?
I guess
Sure,
he got
he's
rich and quit.
He probably been working on Avatar 2 for the past 3 years.
Are they making
James
Avatar?
Cameron's got him locked up somewhere in a basement.
Wait, are they really making Avatar 2?
Yeah, they're making Avatar 2 and 3, I think.
3?
I
Wow.
think they might be making a trilogy. They might be making Avatar 4. I haven't read about it in a while.
See, I've already forgot about Avatar.
Well, it's just they've had it off so long. But yes, Avatar 2 will be coming.
Okay.
There's a third
I'm
one
steered
too.
away again.
I
but
think
it's okay.
I think they decided to do the Lord of the Rings thing or shoot them all at once.
Oh, okay.
So that's what's taking so long.
I'll watch it.
They'll all come out. Yeah, who wouldn't? Avatar,
It was a big
huge
deal.
movie, billions of dollars. It's. I remember me and a friend of mine went and watched it. It was like he doesn't go watch movies very a lot. You know what I'm talking about.
I think I do.
Yeah, and he doesn't go watch a lot of movies a lot. And for some reason, I don't remember how it happened. He was just like, "You go watch Avatar," and I was like, "That's strange," but yeah. And we sit there and watched that whole thing, man. And he loved it. He's like, "This is a great movie," and I've loved it ever since. I love Avatar. It's in my top 5.
Really?
Yeah, cool. Definitely top 5.
Not mine, but that's all right.
Let me tell you something though. Here's my sad Avatar story.
Oh no.
I got married, and my wife's ex before me loved Avatar, and made her watch it like all the time. So now I can never watch Avatar in my house because she will just not watch it. She wants no part of Avatar. So literally, it's like I have to wait till she goes to the grocery store, and I'm like, oh god, and here I am like shaking, putting Avatar in, watching it.
Wait.
She's calling me like, what are you doing? Nothing.
Now, how long is that movie?
Don't come home.
It's a pretty long movie too.
You have to watch it in segments.
In segments. Okay.
Good thing that Blu-ray players remember where you
yeah.
stopped and stuff, so I can just kind of.
Oh no.
It takes me a while, but
Okay. Let's get back on X-Men. We've steered away from it. I know it's a definite with you. It's a definite with me.
Definitely. If you guys are out there, you got nothing to do on Thursday or Friday night, go watch X-Men Apocalypse.
Right.
It's going to be, if nothing else, it's going to be fun to watch.
Definitely.
It might not. It might have its problems. I think it got like a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is, it's decent. That's a decent score for a comic movie.
I mean, that's better than 50. It's better than.
It's 4% better than 50.
It is. It really is.
For your,
Okay, but what's the one selling point besides it being X-Men, besides it being a comic book movie, that's gonna make you go to the movie theater and watch this movie?
honestly, the actors that are involved.
Yeah.
James McAvoy, loved him in Wanted.
Okay.
I actually loved him in Wimbledon. Don't don't ask me how I know that he's in Wimbledon because I've watched it.
I think I pretty much answered it.
Michael Fassbender, a huge fan. I don't know if you've seen Steve Jobs yet. If you haven't, go out and check it out. It's gonna be good. He's gonna be in the new Assassin's Creed movie.
Okay, cool.
So I just think he's a great actor. Obviously there's just so many good actors in there that I enjoy watching. I like Nicholas Hoult even. I think he's good. Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, Jennifer Lawrence.
I've seen.
Have you seen Joy lately? The new movie she's in.
I haven't seen that.
It's a good movie. You can
I
check
need
it
to
out.
watch it.
But she's good at everything. She's a great actress, and just the ones we named off. Olivia Munn and Sophia Turner and Oscar Isaac. These are just new guys that are coming up, and they're just a good cast. I mean, it's good. It's a good group of actors that you're going to want to hang out with and watch for 2 hours.
Okay, there's a cameo in this movie.
Is there? How do you know this?
Well, I've heard about it from rumors. I mean, this might be spoilers, but if you watched the last trailer, then you should know who the cameo is. Have you seen it?
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure anybody can guess about the last cameo.
It's always a cameo in X-Men.
It's going to be Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's just you can't make X-Men now without him somewhere.
Sadly,
Yeah.
it should be about the team and not just
Even
Wolverine,
First Class,
but
I
whatever.
enjoyed his cameo in First Class.
They even brought that up in Days of Future Past.
Oh yeah. They even told him like, hey, we
asked
we
you.
talked to you one time and you boosted us
We don't
up.
have to say what he says, but
Yeah. Let's move on though.
okay.
Let's jump to something different here. Since we're on the movie topic here,
Mhm.
let's do our loot chest reviews.
Okay,
You want to do that?
might as well.
Okay. Loot chest reviews, guys, is where we talk about the movies that we've seen, and we pretty much give them, a score from 1 to 5 loot chests, depending on how well we liked it.
Okay.
And we'll go over a brief thing of what we thought about it.
Wait, 1 to 5. Which one's the highest?
5 would be the highest. How do you not understand that? Obviously, you're going
Oh,
to
I
want
don't-
5.
I don't know
How many loot
numbers.
chests do you want? I mean, you want one loot chest, or would you have 5 loot chests? Obviously, you want 5.
I was thinking we were doing like
You want as much
NCAA
loot.
ratings.
You want as much loot as you can.
Well, if it's crappy loot, I don't want it.
Well,
Speaking of which, we'll go to the first one.
let's go over a couple ones. Okay, Batman versus Superman.
There it is.
Okay, I went and saw it opening night.
Hmm.
You were supposed to. Got
Yeah,
held over.
I was working.
We saved your seat. You never
I
came.
never.
Let's not get into sad stories. Okay, Batman versus Superman. How many loot chests you gonna give it?
Okay. 2.
2 loot chests.
2.
Five for Batman versus Superman.
Yes.
Explain yourself.
And the only
sir.
reason I'm even giving it a 2 and not just like a 1 is it was boring. The
Ah,
whole
the-
entire movie was boring up until you get to the point where they're actually fighting 2 hours into the movie. And that was the only time, but it was lacking because I had to sit there that long and wait for the good stuff to come.
Mm.
Like they gave me nothing up until that point. What about you?
I'm not gonna hate on as bad as you did. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. I enjoyed the movie. It ran a little bit long, but it was enjoyable. It wasn't everything that I wanted it to be, but it was good enough that I said, "Oh, okay, that's Batman vs Superman.
Right.
That's all right." The only thing that kind of hurt the runtime was, the holdover to the actual fight was kind of that kind of hurt a little bit. The fact that I couldn't really understand why they were fighting, the whole Batman thing. I didn't really understand how Lex Luthor manipulated Batman that good. They didn't really make it clear enough for me. It's like, okay, he just sent him kind of crazy letters and
Yeah, I didn't get
kind
that
of messing
either.
with his mind. I didn't know Lex Luthor would mess with you like that. But
It's kind of crazy.
other than that, the only other big thing I had was obviously the Doomsday thing. Lex Luthor's like, I'm gonna create Doomsday.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could really that kind of I knew they would mess up Doomsday.
Well, yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, they're gonna screw that up. They're gonna mess that up big
You
time.
can tell that by the trailer.
Maybe they tried to do too much. Maybe the Doomsday thing was too much. Maybe they should have just fought and just went and beat up Lex Luthor and been done with it.
Oh man, that's another
You
point.
know, and you could have saved Doomsday for another movie. I think it was just too much. It's like you had this big fight with Batman Superman. That would have been enough. Just
Oh yeah.
it should have been like we need to go stop Lex Luthor, and Lex Luthor just had like a crazy army or something waiting on him. That'd have been fine for me.
Right.
But the Doomsday thing is like all of a sudden like there's even another thing you have to fight against.
That's true.
It was just a little too much fighting. I mean, it was just. I feel like they should have held Doomsday over for another time. It'd been better.
That probably would have made it a lot better, actually,
Yeah.
if they'd done that.
Yeah.
I'd have been
You know
more
what
into
would have
it.
been great if Batman would have just killed Superman.
Just ended it right there.
Yeah. And then he came back to life later on. Like, you really killed me.
But what if they did the Doomsday story and Doomsday killed him?
We can do what ifs all night. So let's just move on.
Okay.
We can do what ifs over.
Another long movie this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess it's still... I don't know if it's summer anymore. Whatever. Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Captain America.
Captain America: Civil War.
I'll let
We
you...
did see this.
We did see it.
We did see this in theaters. That was our crappy theater movie.
Yeah.
Captain America. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I loved the Civil War. I thought it was great.
Hmm.
I don't want to give it. I'm probably gonna give it 4 out of 5 loot chests. I don't think I can give it the full 5.
Huh.
I'm definitely going to give it 4 out of 5 though. It was fun. I had fun watching it.
Okay.
I don't know. The ending kind of got a little strange to me.
How so?
It was weird. This guy was manipulating the whole time, and just
Maybe we should do spoilers
they
first.
just had to beat. Oh, there's gonna be spoilers.
Spoilers.
There's gonna be
always
spoilers, and just had to. They had to beat. Iron Man just had to beat him to death, but he didn't.
No.
So I don't know. It was just the ending. Just kind of like when it got to the end, I was just kind of like, like I just wanted it to be over with. I just wanted him to catch that guy. I was actually hoping that they would have woken those super soldiers up. I would have rather him woke up those super soldiers and had a big epic fight between 4 super soldiers and the Winter Soldier, Iron Man and Captain America. That would have blew my mind even more.
Yeah,
Personally,
that would have been exciting, but it was even cooler because he tricked him into thinking that's what he was doing. Somehow he tricked him.
He definitely tricked him. I mean, I thought that was what happened. I mean, did you not? Did you think he was just playing with him? I thought many super soldiers about to wreck this place up,
That's what I thought.
but he didn't.
But he was betting on a lot
Yeah,
in that
it
movie.
just-
Because what if Iron Man didn't show up?
I don't know. It was almost like again. It was almost like too. I feel like the movie should have ended it before that.
Mhm.
It was just too much, man. It was just,
Mm.
you know. And then I like to see them fight each other. I like that,
Mm.
you know. But I enjoyed it. It was a fun ride. I enjoyed it. They, you know, everybody's going to have that thing where they're like, I wish they'd done this. I wish they'd done that.
Right.
But for me, I just
So you give it a 4 out of 5?
I give it a 4 out of 5. That's a pretty good score. I mean, it's hard for me to give a 5 out of 5 to just any old thing. I mean, a 5 out of 5 is
Man.
got to be a mind blowing movie to me.
Can we go halves?
If I'm,
Like
yeah, you can
4
go
and a half?
halves. Yeah,
I'm
you
going
go
4.5 out of 5.
4.5 on it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to give it a full 5.
Go try to.
It was a long movie, but that's the thing about it because it was so good
You're
that I
trying to-
didn't realize.
You're trying to help me by a half here.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm a Marvel guy. I got to prove it somehow. But okay, the movie was great all the way through. There was action. At least even when there wasn't action, it was still interesting to watch. My favorite parts was Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, and I don't know who played Spider-Man.
Mhm.
He might. I don't know, but it doesn't matter at this point because Spider-Man was great in the movie too.
It was. I like Andrew Garfield as the Spider-Man, but
Yeah,
this
that's
kid
another
seems
thing.
like he's going to be. I don't think he's as good as Andrew Garfield so far. I mean, I'll have to wait and see a Spider-Man movie.
Right.
But
He's funny.
he was all right. But I just thought the Andrew Garfield character was better.
He was
I
the best one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Toby Maguire.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield was the best one. To me, the new kid, he did an okay job, but sometimes I was kind of like, he's just such a kid. He kind of got annoying there a little bit. But I just miss Andrew Garfield, man. He stole my heart with Spider-Man 1 and 2. Amazing Spider-Man.
You know,
Those movies were great. Why they ever went away from that?
I don't know. Well, here's my problem. I love the first Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't see the second one.
You have not seen the
I
second
still
one?
haven't seen it.
That's a sad story because
Is
this
it-
actually is pretty good. The problem with the Amazing Spider-Man number 2, it was like I don't remember there being a lot of marketing for it. I remember I was just kind of sitting around one day and it was like, "Oh, Amazing Spider-Man comes out next week." I was like, "What?" You know, when did this happen? I mean, do you remember seeing anything about it before it came out? I mean, was they
Not much, really.
not really like you do now?
'Cause-
Nowadays, it's like you hear about stuff 6 months in advance.
Right.
But I mean,
I
it was
guess
just
all
like
over
it was
the
like one
internet.
day, like Spider-Man was coming out, and I was like, "Oh, well, okay, I gotta go see that."
Well, Jamie
But-
Foxx was a shocker, wasn't he?
Actually, did pretty
See,
decent.
I don't even remember
I
much
liked.
about that.
It was really good, man. I like the thing with the voices in his head. I don't know if you've.
Oh, I've not seen it. So.
I don't know if you've seen it, but it's pretty cool.
Spoilers.
It is pretty cool, man. You've got to check it out. I like Spider-Man 2. I thought to me it's better than the first one.
Okay.
It really is. Just I can't tell you why. I'm sure you've read about it and know what happens in it.
Okay, but I am going to throw some. Well, it's not a big spoiler, but it's a spoiler if you wait past the credits and you see Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
That was real disappointing to me. Because I was still pumped up from the movie. I was ready to see something cool. Maybe Thanos talking about the Infinity Gems or Gauntlet.
Yeah,
whichever.
I think everybody wanted to see that.
But then it's just Spider-Man sitting in his bedroom.
Yeah.
Talking to his
Talk to Zay about getting beat up.
hot aunt.
Yeah, and then he kind of opened that thing and it just kind of had his logo up there, and I was like,
Huh, yeah, well, cool.
they're really pushing the new Spider-Man movie. I mean, obviously it's going to make money. People are going to watch it because it's Spider-Man. But personal opinion, I don't know how you guys feel out there. Andrew Garfield, awesome, man. He did great in those two movies.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
It's just one of those things.
Okay. Is it enough talking about Civil War now?
Yeah, we'll go on from Civil War. Let's go to our other one. It's not a recent movie that's out. It's recent on Blu-ray, but it's something that we've got to talk about because I mean it's huge, and that's the Deadpool. That's the Deadpool movie.
Oh my gosh, I love Deadpool.
I mean, I went and watched Deadpool opening night as well. I actually convinced my wife to watch it. I think it came out on Valentine's Day.
Man.
So I actually convinced her to go out with me and watch it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I loved it. She seemed like she enjoyed it. She's not the type that'll really kind of admit to it, but I think she really liked it. And highest grossing R-rated movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Reynolds spot on, just dead on character. The actors are great in it. The story's great in it.
Mm-hmm.
The comedy's great in it. The action's great in it. I got to give it 5 out of 5, Luke Chess.
Oh my gosh,
I've got to. I have to, man. I'm gonna tell you, I watched it just the other day. I pre-ordered the 4K Blu-ray Ultra HD
Mhm.
from Amazon. The day it came, opened it up, watched. I've watched it probably 3 times since then. I love it. It is great. And quick comment, guys. If you're wondering about 4K, totally worth it. Get you a 4K TV. Get you a 4K Blu-ray player. Get you a 4K Blu-ray. It's amazing. Totally worth it. But Deadpool, yeah, 5 out of 5 loot chest. Not even a question in my opinion. It's amazing.
It's not even a question.
It's not even a question. It's amazing.
Okay.
Amazing movie.
You want me to rate it now?
Yeah, I'm kind of interested.
Are you interested in what I
I'm
got?
interested in what you'll say.
It's because Ryan Reynolds is in it, isn't it?
You do have a Ryan Reynolds man crush. Let's be honest.
I really thought it was better than Civil War, so I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 5.
A
too.
5 out of 5
5
too.
out of 5,
Man.
yeah. It's just I watched it in theaters. Actually took a date and watched it in theaters.
Yeah, I think everybody. That's strange because it's like all the other super movies, like you with your friends, but like Deadpool, you take dates too.
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense. It's just filthy cussing.
yeah, a lot,
Strip clubs, just
a lot going on
everywhere. You know.
But that was, I mean, I don't think their budget was real high because they wasn't real sure about Deadpool at the time.
Oh, I'm sure this next one will be.
I bet it will be too.
Oh man.
Because, well, I remember watching the special features on the Blu-ray,
Mm-hmm.
and they talked about how the digital guy, the graphics guy, he could work with a budget and he knew what he was doing, so he made it look great. I thought.
Oh god, yeah. I'm telling you, watch the 4K. It is.
Okay. I'll be over tomorrow.
It is amazing looking. It looks. It's a different movie.
What's your favorite part of
Different
Deadpool?
Oh man.
The whole, out of everything in the movie, what was your one favorite part that sticks out in your head?
I don't know, man. There's so many good parts. It probably has to be his first encounter with Colossus. That is just so funny and just. I remember the scene that sticks in my mind the most is when he's sitting there and he's kind of talking to Colossus, and he kind of realizes that the guy he's after just got away.
Yeah.
Francis just got away,
What he's doing
and he does
forth.
the double take with his head, and he just looks at Colossus like, it's just so hilarious. And for him to pull that off while wearing a mask,
Yeah.
I mean, you fully know what his face is doing. He's like, like he's got that mouth just dropped wide open. To me, that's just like the funniest thing. That's Deadpool right there. To me, that's just who he is.
Okay,
And he fights him. He goes out. He goes after Colossus.
He doesn't.
He don't care.
Holding punches back, literally, but probably wishes he did.
What sticks out to you the most? What pops in your mind? You think about Deadpool? What's the first scene?
Okay, there's two that really pop out.
Two.
Well, one's kind of mean. One's when he's talking. I don't remember her name, but the blonde lady that he's roommates with.
Yeah.
What's her name? Do you remember?
Can't think of it.
I can't think of it either. Anyways, but when he's leaving, and he almost shows some kind of emotion, like he's telling her, like, "Oh, I love you," and she almost looks at him, which you can't see, but she's kind of going in his general direction, like, "What?" But then he's like, "I also hid." What was it, like 100 pounds of cocaine and the cure to blindness somewhere in the house. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think my favorite part is when he takes the mask off. When he finally gets to actually talk to his girlfriend again after all the crap's happened to him. And then she takes the mask off, and then it's Hugh Jackman's face stapled to his.
The scene where we finally confronts Francis at the end, and they play the DMX song, X Gonna Give It To You. I downloaded that song right after that, and I've listened to it like all the time since then. I was a huge DMX fan back when I was younger. It was like one of the first like parental advisory CDs I had.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to get up and I'd listen to it before I go to school. I don't know how my mom didn't realize it before, but it's like it took her like a week. But then she finally walked in and she's like, "He's talking about sucking what?" And she took the CD from me. My mom's kind of cool though, so like once I got older, she gave it back to me, and I was like, "Oh, you kept this all these years?" So that was probably like my first. I was kind of like, "Oh, DMX, love DMX." Another good scene is when he's in the cab.
Oh, which part?
The last time he's in the cab and he's telling him how he did what he's like. I did what I told you. You told me to.
Yeah.
I tied him up and put him back in my car. He's like, I never told you that. I'm so proud of you. He's whispering all those bad things to him. I love that. That's pretty good. But Deadpool just chock full of good scenes like that. You can't take your eyes off the screen.
Everything's great. Even the after credits didn't
you
have
can't-
anything. It was like Civil War, but it was good.
The Ferris Bueller ripoff at the end of the credits.
It was great.
It was pretty good. So I was just like, this is Ferris Bueller. What's going on here?
He says there's going to be Cable in the next movie. So he says.
Yeah.
I think a few actors are actually throwing their names out there to be Cable.
Well, sadly though, we've ran out of time for this one. we'll be back soon, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you listened to our next one. We got a lot more things to go over, so we'll be back soon. Just leave us some comments, leave us some stuff.
Tell us what you didn't like so we can work on that too.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably me.
It's probably anything. But anyways, thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.